Hey guys, welcome back. And we're going to have a nice little discussion today. I hope you enjoy it. Now, this is going to be about Nintendo fans. I'm a Nintendo fan myself, and personally, I think we are all part of the same family of Nintendo fans. We have different types of Nintendo fans, of course. And basically, Nintendo fans are segregated in a couple different ways from what I've been noticing, especially since the Nintendo NX was announced in March 2015 all the way up to now, almost 2 years later, when the Nintendo Switch has been officially announced and is about to be revealed next month in just a few weeks. So you have a Nintendo fan that is an apologist, someone who will say basically anything to make an excuse as to anything that could be negative against Nintendo. So they'll say anything possible to make it seem like, oh, that's not a big deal, everything is okay, this thing's gonna be great, Nintendo makes great games, everything is gonna be hunky-dory in the end, don't worry about that, we don't know if that's true, blah blah blah, right? And then you have the Nintendo fan who is extremely excited about Nintendo, and they want Nintendo to succeed, but they have a certain mindset of what they want from Nintendo. So when Nintendo doesn't do what they want, they are extremely angry and extremely upset and very vocal about it. And they complain and they say all kinds of crazy things, really upset, but they always still buy Nintendo products. Then you have Nintendo fans that are currently not owning Nintendo consoles or systems, but playing other systems, because basically the kinds of things Nintendo does now does not interest them. However, at heart, they are Nintendo fans, and they always will be. But they have moved on to other things because Nintendo has stopped doing what they used to like in video games. Like, for example, with the N64, Nintendo was the king of the hill in graphics. Then they slowly started to move away from that. PlayStation came around, and a lot of fans left from the N64 and went to PlayStation 2 and Xbox. You have those fans that are out there as well. Fans that grew up on Super Nintendo and N64, they no longer actually play Nintendo systems. A lot of them do. A lot of them still do, of course, and always will. So then you have those fans. Yes, they are still fans, even though they may not currently own Nintendo products. Now lately, since 2015, the Nintendo fan is having a difficult time. Having a really hard time figuring out exactly what they want from Nintendo and being vocal about it. As a whole, you have to admit, Nintendo fans are having a difficult time right now. I've noticed this extremely clearly over the last few weeks on this channel, and reading your comments and everything, it's been really clear to me. It's almost like a psychological thing, you know, being a Nintendo fan with these rumors about the Nintendo Switch before it was the Nintendo NX. Rumors were up and down. One day you're upset, one day you're super excited, one day you don't know what to expect, and then one day you have no hope, and then another day you're just completely confused, you don't know what to expect. All the while you're sitting there as a Nintendo fan and you have no games to play, right? The Wii U doesn't have any games left to play on it. The 3DS is getting some games, but it's a lot less than what it used to be. It's selling pretty good. It's selling really good actually in Christmas time. It's sold out currently. But the 3DS and the Wii U are winding down. Everyone's waiting for the Nintendo Switch and waiting for any kind of news, anything about it at all, any rumor, anything that's going to be great about it. They're excited to know more. They want to be excited for it because everyone knows the Wii U was a disappointment and a commercial failure. They liked the system. The system was good. As a Nintendo fan, the system was good up until the end of 2015, basically. In 2016, it kind of dropped off the hill there, and there's been nothing left on the Wii U. Really since before Paper Mario. Paper Mario was after months and months of no games, and finally they had Paper Mario, and then that's it. The Wii U, understandably, has been extremely difficult for Nintendo fans, so Nintendo fans have been on YouTube, searching on Google, searching everything, searching for information about the next thing from Nintendo because they know it's coming and they want to be excited. And I share that excitement with you. I want to be excited for it too. And we've all been in this together for the last few years. But over time, things get so confusing for Nintendo fans is that after a while, I think Nintendo fans really don't know what they want anymore from Nintendo. Earlier in 2016, there were all kinds of rumors about the Nintendo NX being more powerful than PlayStation 4. We had multiple rumors from developers even that said they were developers, and even verified sources saying that the Nintendo NX was more powerful than PlayStation 4. Nintendo is focusing on core gamers. Zelda was a core game focus at E3. There's various hints even from third parties at E3 saying that Nintendo was really, going after third parties. There's even some AAA developers that we haven't heard from anymore. CD Projekt Red was one of them, and they did try to hide it, but they did say that they were very excited for the Nintendo NX at the time. So I don't know what was going on there, but that was weird. So we had a lot of things pointing to something a little bit different possibly for the Nintendo NX. And then the Eurogamer article came out and kind of put things into different perspective, and they flat out said back in July that the Nintendo NX is powered by a Tegra X1 processor, and it was going to be able to connect to your TV and take on the go as well with a dock. And a lot of Nintendo fans, including myself, did not believe this information from Eurogamer at first because it didn't line up with the things that were going on with Nintendo at the time, quotes that were said by them in the past, even from their own words saying that they were trying to make a system much more easy for all developers to make games on, rumors from other sources saying that the NX was more powerful than PS4, on and on and on, so it didn't make any sense, all those rumors, right? Of course, it all turned out to be true, and it turned into the Nintendo Switch, and now we move forward to where we are in the timeline today. The Switch was revealed, lots of Nintendo fans were optimistic about it, saying it looked exciting, you could play at home, you could play it then go, all those things, right? And rumors were being spread around at the time that the Nintendo Switch would be using possibly a Tegra X2 Pascal processor for the graphics and computing power of the Nintendo Switch, and they were a lot more optimistic about the power of the system because of this. It was a brand new chip, and possibly things could be done on there that would be suitable for a home console and for a portable. Not as powerful as Xbox One, they weren't expecting that, but maybe close. They could get close to it is what the expectations were, right? Some people were still very disappointed in that because they were saying, oh, it's a mobile system, there's no way it's going to be as powerful as even Xbox One. So some people were still disappointed, they weren't sure exactly what was going on with this system. And then of course you had Nvidia saying all these wonderful things about this chip. Of course they are, it's their own chip, right? But saying it's amazing and revolutionary and should be really excited about it, and you can find all Nintendo's core IPs there. So it sounded great. Then you had third parties saying, yeah, we're on board, and the Switch is amazing, it's really cool, really exciting stuff. Everyone's getting excited for it. You heard all these rumors about Unreal Engine 4 running on it really well, which we're still hearing, of course. So everyone's like, yeah, we're really excited, it's gonna be great, oh my goodness, maybe it's gonna perform close to Xbox One, we just don't know. Oh man, it's awesome, we don't know yet, we're gonna wait till January 12th, which we still are. But then Eurogamer dropped the bomb the other day after they are, of course, correct about the Switch from July. Eurogamer dropped that bomb saying that basically the Nintendo Switch is, from what they know, from what developers have been told to target their games at, was basically around a Tegra X1 Maxwell processor. Granted, we know that the chip is customized, right? However, they said basically that developers did get documentation from Nintendo to target their games at that level. And granted, the customization of a Tegra X1 into something maybe a little bit better, maybe taking some Pascal aspects and putting into the Maxwell, would be more cost effective for Nintendo than just buying a brand new, than just trying to purchase the brand new Pascal X2 from Nvidia. It's probably more expensive if they did that. So customizing the Tegra X1 would probably be less expensive. I'm just saying there, but it probably is. And then what did you see? You saw fans explode across the internet. Not just fans, but everyone else as well, saying that the Nintendo Switch has terrible specs, it's going to be awful, just garbage and terrible, and oh my goodness, I can't believe how bad it is, right? It was really interesting to me because in my channel, I did some speculation videos before this information came out, talking about the USB-C port on there and possibly how you could attach an external GPU to it, make it more powerful, give it a longer life, or make it more competitive with the PS4 and Xbox One. And man, I got blasted in my comment section. But it was interesting because a lot of you fans out there were upset at me for trying to seemingly replace the current Nintendo Switch with a more powerful version later on the line, but that was something I was speculating on because that USB-C port would make it possible for them to add an external GPU later on down the line and make the system more competitive. And then you hear fans saying, well, how dare you, Nintendo doesn't have to worry about specs, they never have been worried about specs. How dare you add more power to the Switch later on? It's not going to work, it's going to be just fine the way it is, you'll see, how dare you question it. And then, of course, that information dropped from Eurogamer, and I did a video on it. So I said in the video, and regarding those specs, I said that hey, you know, if Eurogamer is corroborating those specs that were leaked before the Switch was revealed and saying that developers were targeting those specs and that it is based on a customized whatever Tegra X1 around that range, those specs are terrible. Yes. And in the comment section of that video, a lot of you guys are extremely upset with Nintendo this time and upset with the direction that this system was going in. Going so far as to say is the system is trash, it's garbage, it's terrible. Goodbye Nintendo, right? Adios. I even had a guy on Twitter post that he was going to give up playing video games because of this system having such low specs. So, pretty drastic, right? Dramatic. Crazy. It's not that bad, but yes, I have heard it all from you guys. So what ended up happening was I start seeing comments from people asking me to do a video about how Nintendo could theoretically add power with a supplemental computing device to the Nintendo Switch later on. And I'm like, what is going on here? I just did a video like that a few days ago and you guys hated it, right? I wasn't satisfied with the Nintendo Switch the way it was. Now I'm getting requests to have a video like that. What do you guys want as Nintendo fans? What do you want? Tell me. I don't think you guys know what you want, do you? So that is the point here of this video. Nintendo fans have no idea what they really want from Nintendo. Or maybe you do know what you want from Nintendo, but you're too scared to say it. Why don't you say what you want from Nintendo? Make a statement. Stand by it and support it. The common theme of 2016 was don't expect anything good from Nintendo as far as specs are concerned, right? Don't expect anything competitive. You're going to get your low spec console and you're going to like it, right? That's the kind of theme we've been hearing all year. Nintendo, how? They're going to get the best third-party ports? Forget about it. This is Nintendo we're talking about. Well, Nintendo makes video games, right? They're a video game company. Does Nintendo want to be the best at what they do? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, then they should have a system that is the best to make their best games for, right? This is a multi-billion-dollar company. They have the power, they have the money to do so. It is okay to want the best from Nintendo. If you're disappointed in the direction they're going right now, it's okay. But make your mind up, right? Either you're going to support Nintendo through the bad times and the good times, or you're not going to support them at all. For me, I am supporting Nintendo no matter what. I'm a Nintendo fan, lifelong Nintendo fan, I always will be. It doesn't mean that I agree with everything they do, but I do have high expectations for Nintendo, and so should you guys too. If you want to be the best at something, shoot for the top, right? Have high expectations, that's okay. Now, for the Nintendo Switch, expectations for fans, I don't know what you guys were expecting, but expectations should have been switched as soon as you saw that Eurogamer was correct back in July, when they posted that article. Your expectations, it should have been kept in check since the beginning, because when those specs were revealed, the hype level for this thing completely crashed across the internet. It really did. So adjusting your expectations to keep in line for what Nintendo is targeting might help you be more excited about the Nintendo Switch from the direction it could be heading from these credible rumors that we have. There's been articles online today that I saw that people questioning Nintendo's mindset as far as what they're targeting the system for. Should they be targeting it as a portable first, home console second? We've been talking about this on this channel the last few days. It's going to be a hot topic until we find out more about the system, of course, in January 12th. But put it this way, guys, the system already is a portable. So regardless of what you want to believe it is a portable system. It has a dock that you place the portable system in, and it connects it to the TV and displays the game on the TV at a higher resolution. That's all it is, guys. That's it. And I'm talking about this in its current form. There is things they can do to upgrade this system, as we talked about before. But in its current state, this is probably what Nintendo's going to release. So expectations should be portable system that plugs into your TV and you can play it as a home console. Honestly, I don't see any other way to look at it. I think the reason why everyone has been so upset is because they were expecting a home console with competitive specs as an Xbox One or something close to it. The indication you got the other day from Eurogamer from the rumor was bad news, right? That was not something you wanted to hear. People were very upset. And I'm definitely not passing judgment on this system at all right now, guys. All I am doing personally as a Nintendo fan is adjusting my expectations to see it in a way differently, so I am not disappointed when we see this system on January 12th, because indications seem to point to the system being a portable system that is targeting a type of gameplay that is different from a PS4 and Xbox One. However, the marketing aspect so far from Nintendo has said it's supposed to be a home console first, primarily, and then you play it as a portable on the go as well. So I think that's the problem with a lot of fans being disappointed, is because as a home console, these specs that are rumored are not good. And that's probably the main problem right there. And really, guys, you see everyone saying, I don't care about specs, I just want great games. Yes, that is 100% true. However, you can't tell me you guys don't care about specs after that reaction. Exposed. That was ridiculous. The reaction you guys had about those specs was extremely negative. So specs do matter. Don't tell me you guys think specs don't matter, because they do matter. They do matter to you. Don't lie to me. Everyone wants a Nintendo system, no doubt, to have the best specs, the best games, the best everything. Why not? Shoot for the top, right? Oh, but we're Nintendo fans and we just have to settle for the bad specs. But Nintendo makes up for it with great games, right? Well, yeah, you would hope so. But where are the games? We haven't seen any games for quite a while now to play. So the Switch is a gamble. It definitely is a gamble for Nintendo. I really hope for the best, of course. I want them to succeed with the Switch. And the developers that are talking about it are excited for it. That's great. We also got the rumor that Unreal Engine 4 could be running better than what we expected, you know? So that's all good things. But I'm definitely not going to ignore credible sources that have been right in the past and just say, oh, forget about all that. This thing is going to be amazing. It's going to be PlayStation 4 level. Just wait and see, guys. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm putting my expectations in correct mode. Basically, I'm expecting a very powerful portable system that can connect to your TV in high resolution and look really good. You know, basically, it's going to look good. It's not going to look as good as Xbox One or PlayStation 4. The point is, that's probably what you guys should be expecting yourself. If you're not, then just be careful, because you could be disappointed on January 12th. And as long as it has third-party support and as long as it has games to play, it's going to be probably a very successful system. But the whole point of everything that we've been going through together as a Nintendo family over these past few weeks is that reality has set in. Reality is here, guys. This is the real world, okay? You're not going to make a processor that was designed to be used in tablets and mobile phones something that's as powerful as a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It's physically impossible. Doesn't matter how many customizations are made on that chip. Yeah, there's some things it can do that are going to be improving on it. It's physically impossible for it to get up to that level. So as soon as we all get real about that and put our expectations in check, I think we can move on and enjoy this system for what it's going to be. It's going to be a Nintendo system with exclusives from Nintendo. It's going to probably have a lot of exclusives, more than any other system before, which is great. Nintendo exclusives are what we all want to play. The Nintendo 3DS, several times less powerful than what this system is going to be, has some of the funnest games you're going to play. You know, Pokemon Sun and Moon is probably going to end up being the most successful Pokemon game in history, and it looks great, it's beautiful. So there's lots of things to look forward to on the Nintendo Switch, but I think it's time we put everything into perspective to not go crazy and get hopes so high that they're unable to be realized by Nintendo for you. Because from what we're hearing and from what these credible sources have said, quite possibly this is not what Nintendo's going to be targeting, and that is okay. Nintendo's most likely not done making hardware, guys. So if some of you guys are so upset and you want to give up gaming because of this system, you're so angry with it, and everything that Eurogamer says comes true, and you, oh my gosh, never again with Nintendo. I have heard that from some of you guys out there. I suggest you really give this system a chance. Wait till January 12th and let's see what they offer, see what the price is, all those things, because Nintendo could really make this a really valuable proposition, and if they can secure third-party support and ports coming to the system, I think it'll do extremely well, like I said. So thank you guys so much for listening to me and having this discussion with me. It's almost like a podcast. I was thinking about doing a podcast like this solo, but I went ahead and decided to do it just in regular video format today. I wanted to basically have a heart-to-heart with you guys. You and me, let's talk it over. Let's discuss this together. as friends, Nintendo fans, all in this together. I support Nintendo, you support Nintendo. We're in this together, right? So let's discuss it in a positive way and keep moving forward as Nintendo fans. So let me know what you guys think. Drop me a line, subscribe, and I'll talk to you very soon in the next video. Take care.